I was rushing to get our travel insurance with COVID 19 coverage, and so I didn't have a proper lunch, and I'm snacking on the pomelo that I bought from Zaksarian, and it's super sweet. And our grab today is our neighbor and friend and renter. There's Papa, there's Diego.
Bunutin mo lahat yung ano.
Bye! Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great day today. I'm here at the Philippine Airlines and we have just finished the checking in, and it was as smooth as ever and we didn't have any problems at all. I was hearing blogs about being screened 3 times. They would just open the luggage and wipe some blue strip over it and close it, and they will put a sticker with a blue sticker that says security check, and that was it. When we arrived, we first went to Terminal 1 because that was what was stated in the ticket, but we inquired first and they said all PAL travelers must go to Terminal 2. So we went to Terminal 2, and in Terminal 2 we were met by the security guard. It was the proper venue for the check-in, and he said yes, and then he called on to somebody to help us out with the luggages. The luggages would cost you 50 pesos per luggage or $1 per luggage, and since we had 5 big ones and 2 small ones, we paid 350, and of course you give a tip. Bahala na kayo kung magkano. And then as we were sitting down, somebody came to us and gave us a lot of papers to work on. This is the usual, the departure card. And this one is for the immigration U.S. Public Health Declaration. And another one is when you check in, travel declaration and acceptance of terms, and risk form. And there's another one that you fill out also, passenger disclosure and attestation form, which you give to the immigration. My kid is waiting for me in Fort Wayne, called to ask how we were doing. Of course, I must take a picture of that dish card.
Pero noodles?
Ha? May mami dito.
Parang gusto ko ng mahal. Ito, kali na lang.
Ano mami?
Oh. Sandwich.
Ha? Pakisang sandwich para sa inyo.
Oo.
And thus, checking in was no hassle for us at all. And now we are getting some snacks, and we will wait at gate number 10, which is our gate number. So we're having a sandwich, and Mommy, there's Papa, and there's Diego over there. I guess this hot meal was quite satisfactory for us. So let me summarize. When we checked in, there was a line where all the bags were inspected, and then after checking in, when you get out, there is another inspection. That's the second one before you are allowed to enter your gate. And then this is the boarding area, and here we will have a third inspection, and that was where the problem was for me, because they had to empty all those seats on the right, and we were told to line up all the way to there at the end there, and there were so many passengers, and I was asking if there was a provision where seniors can stay or go ahead of the line, and there was none. And so we had to line up, but I decided to find a way for us to sit down first, and my youngest son would line up, and then we will follow suit. I am now walking around so I can show you how many people there are there, and if they are all wearing masks, and if they also have the face shield, and it is a requirement. Here comes the sad part. There's going to be a final inspection of all the documents, and we were all asked to stand up and form one long big line. And you know, as a senior, we don't want that to happen. So, well, Vera and I seated ourselves here in a corner, and Diego is right there in that line, which is a line for all the passengers. So it's going all the way up there, and they asked all the seats to be vacated, and they're going to inspect the passport, the boarding pass, and the swab test result. Let me tell you that the vaccination card that we brought along with us, which we thought would be a priority in the requirements, was never asked for. And also they said the travel insurance with COVID-19 coverage was something that was important and that they would ask for, but they didn't. They just, yes, asked if you have a travel insurance, and we said yes. And here's baby Jude. The main reason why we're going to the US is to see you face to face. Look at you, you are so cute. Can't wait to hug you. But we have to go through the quarantine. So excited to see you, baby Jude. And we want to say hello to your daddy too, and to your mommy, of course. Our flight is supposed to leave at 9 p.m. but 6 days prior to our flight, we received an email telling us that our expected time of departure is now 9:40 p.m. We were very early. We left the house at 2 p.m. and we arrived about 3 p.m. So we were 6 hours before the flight. We were already there. And so now we have boarded the plane, and the plane was very well populated. There was no social distancing observed, I think, because people were just sitting side by side with each other, although there were some vacancies too. And there again is another daughter calling up to say how we were doing. And the food was quite okay. There were hot meals, so they were satisfying enough, but well, as expected on a flight, they were just that. They will satisfy you because they were hot. And then at PAL itself, we were okay, but the three of us were sitting side by side with each other, so there was not much food. There we are enjoying the food. I think we had beef, and then another time we had 2 meals, by the way, because the flight was about 13 hours from Manila to Los Angeles, and we didn't have any problem in our departure.
Belts are securely fastened. Seat backs in upright position. Large electronic devices like laptops and tablets stowed in your seat pockets. Window shades opened, and your tray tables and footrests to assist you as you prepare for our arrival. Please refrain from removing anything from the aircraft and ensure that your cell phones are in airplane mode. Mga binibini, ginang at ginoo, tayo ay nalalapit na sa ating paglapag. Siguraduhin nakakabit ang inyong seatbelt. Nakatuwid ang
My observation is that because of the pandemic, then they are asking you to open your luggages, but they are not inspecting them because maybe, well, the pandemic will refrain a person from touching other people's things. So that's what I think is the cause, the main cause why it was quite easy checking in. The usual amenities were given out. Those who wanted some blankets, they were given blankets. We had a pillow and we had this head set if you wanted to use the TV in front of us, the TV monitor, but I really didn't get to use it. Only my son and my husband did. And now we are getting off the plane. After this, we passed through the immigration, and we were not in a hurry because our connecting flight is the next day at 6 a.m. But still, we wanted to get to the terminal because we wanted to check if we could get an earlier flight tonight. And they say it's 10 minutes, but it took us about 20 minutes to get from the international airport to go to our local terminal. And another call from my apo Kurt, from my eldest daughter
Must cover an
Carla.
individual's mouth and nose. Learn more at flylax.com/travel safely.
To help stop the spread of COVID-19, Los Angeles requires all arriving passengers over the age of 16 to fill out an online form acknowledging that they have read and understand that travel advisory states that arriving passengers who have not been fully vaccinated must quarantine for 10 days if they do not get a COVID-19 test, or 7 days if they get a negative COVID-19 test 3 to 5 days after their arrival. All travelers, including those who are fully vaccinated, must self-monitor for symptoms of COVID-19 for 14 days. The mandatory form and travel advisories can be found at travel.lacity.org. Thank you for traveling safely at LAX.
So that's our travel experience from Manila to LAX. Next, we will talk about our domestic flight from Los Angeles to Fort Wayne via Atlanta, one of the biggest airports in the US. Travels, gardens, Ikinobo Ikebana, zero waste gardening, making money, painting, family, friends, prayers. Please like my video. Please ring the bell below for notifications. Naku, maraming salamat po sa inyo.